everybody doing? I don't know why it won't let me go live and kept freezing up. This must be something powerful that people need to hear. Anyway, I'm calling this human drug abuse. And what I mean by that is sometimes we go through things or we need things to help us cope to get through things. To me, that's a form of drug abuse. And it don't matter like if you don't do drugs, drink or alcohol or whatever. People, sometimes like let's say we use other people as if they was a drug to cope with different situations. You see what I'm saying? So I can give you like a example to kind of help y'all out and see where I'm going with this. Like with me, I had a bad problem, and I still have a bad problem, and I was depressed and deep down inside I felt suicidal, and I was pushing people away that really was showing me love, and I always assumed the love was fake or on some slime and shit like in the back of my mind. So I pushed those people away because I didn't want them to be a casualty of my pain because I know pain too well. It might not be the pain like y'all know, and y'all probably been through deeper things than me, but the cost and the effect that I went through and I put myself through, uh, I needed things to cope with. I was doing things that was abnormal. Some people would say it was gyrate. Some people would see things like that's out of character for somebody of his stature to be doing things that way. It was like I was trying to find something to balance my life out. And with the balance, this is like a drug. So what I mean by human drug abuse is like somebody had said they had a bad day at work, right? Oh man, I had a bad day at work. I need to get off and get me a drink. You had a bad day at work, and because you didn't know how to cope with it or deal with it to get past it, so you don't never have a bad day at work again, you went home and got drunk or drank a couple drinks to massage you through that. That's a form of abuse, and you don't know it. Same thing with man, these motherfuckers tripping, man. I need to smoke me a blunt. So you smoke your weed, or you going through problem with your relationship, and you tuning it out instead of facing it or dealing with it. You see what I'm saying? So when we do things of that nature and things of that sort, we tend to start to cope with it, and it's intended to make us feel better. So now we kind of depend on doing those things. Like I might, like me, I smoke Black and Miles every once in a while. I know they ain't good for me, but whenever I'm in my feelings about something or deep in my heart or something like that, I smoke me a Black and Miles because I ain't really no drinker like that and all that stuff. And I'm telling myself this is gonna make me feel better when it's not good for me, but I ain't never faced them demons. Same thing, and not even Black and Miles wasn't even my problem. My problem was I always needed somebody to make me feel good. I always needed somebody to fill that gap to get me through the hump till I got back straight. And that was like a drug. And what I was doing, it was contaminating other people's life, other people's spirits, other people's lifestyle because I could be manipulated where I could use people to benefit me, whether it was sexually or whether it was just for time, whether it was just to have somebody nice or somebody attractive around me or anything or just something to massage my ego, you know what I'm saying? And it was bad to the point where I didn't even realize I was polluting people's hearts because I would push them away once I didn't need them because I had got off that high. I didn't need them to make me feel any type of way. I didn't need them to fill that void. And now these people are it's like me planting seeds. And these people don't trust people. They're not loving people the way they supposed to love people. They don't like people the way they supposed to like people. They didn't care, you know what I'm saying, about people. People was not being human anymore. People didn't know how to conversate. People didn't know how to articulate what their feelings and emotion towards other people. People didn't know how to adapt to life because of somebody like me using them as a drug, like just to fill a gap, fill a void. And even though the moment, and I just have a saying that now it's like a curse to me. Like, let's just enjoy the moments. Let's just entertain this moment. Let's just make the best out of this moment. We don't want to we're not promised tomorrow. I don't want to put titles on us because putting titles on us is too much of obligation and things of that nature, right? And I could justify that for me and make it seem all right because the truth was that moment wasn't any pressure. It wasn't anything there. We could have sex. We can chill. You might not hear from me 2 or 3 weeks, or 2 weeks, or a month, or a couple days, and not thinking that, hey man, this person just gave you their body, and you use it like it was just an option at your disposal. So what happened when you're not around, or what happened when they're not around and they just want to hold you, or they just want to look at you, they admire you, they want to be around you, and you don't even acknowledge that. Like, you just, like it was a napkin, you wiped and you threw it away. Some people look at stuff like that and they feel some type of way, and it can break their spirit. It can damage them more than you can know. And nonchalantly, you move through as graceful as nothing. And you have these different drugs like that, like different people. Like, I'm just throw out some different names. Like, no, I'm not gonna throw no names out, cause the names that come to me are people that I have had, I have done like that, and I don't, and they don't move on. They have different things going on, so I'm not gonna bring them up. You know what I'm saying? But it's bad cause the more and more we look at social media and things, we look at stuff for pastime. Like, let me see who got the fight day on Facebook. Let me see who got arrested today. Things like that don't uplift you or make you stronger. You know what I'm saying? And some people say, oh, "Nigga, you just so gullible," or you so silly, or that you let people get over on you, and you should never change who you are. You should never change who you are for nobody. If you make that change, it's because you should make that change for you. And if you see you spiraling downhill, and like with me, I can feel when I'm falling off. Like, I don't react to some people, and I don't give people the reaction they look for, so they think nothing phased me or it don't bother me. But really, when I'm falling off or going down the wrong lane, I can feel it, and that's when I would use people as a drug to get me over that hump to get back straight. When really I just needed to stand on my own. And the bad thing about it is we end up creating a emotional roller coaster in a storm where when karma come back to hit us, we don't know what to do. We don't know how to articulate. We don't know how to fix things. We don't know how to get back to where we belong because we wasn't strong enough to face those moments where we needed something. We only needed God. We only needed prayer. We only needed us. We only needed then and now. We don't need to bring anybody else into our pain because we polluting the environment of people that don't love people, people that hurt people. And anybody that I have dealt with or been in a relationship with and I've made you feel less than human, I apologize. I apologize to the bottom of my heart. You should never feel like that. We all have God in us. We all are gods. And if I made you feel less than human or made you feel defaced, I apologize. And you know what I'm saying? We have to think about, when we hear drugs, we automatically assume something that you can sell, something that you can profit from. And if you think about it, the way people use people and manipulate people is like a drug. And they can use people as a high or a low, or up or a downer. And they can sell that to make themselves profit and feel better. So once again, I apologize for anybody that I hurt. Be strong. Sometimes you have to meditate and pray. Sometimes you have to take yourself away from different things to become better and to become whole. Sometimes you have to do that. And we can't point the finger at people, and we have to be accountable for our actions. And if I hurt anybody, made anybody feel the type of way, I apologize. And I hope that this video helps somebody. And if it does help somebody, share it. You know what I'm saying? Send it to somebody. I did do a live a little while ago with this, but It was lagging, so I decided to record this, and I'm uploading it on my YouTube page, and I'm gonna share it to my social media sites. But just remember, man, we are human. We are human.